Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface with another World of Warcraft secret, and today it takes me to the Scarlet Monastery. This is the portal on the right hand side as you go in, not the left hand side, and I'm going to escape from here. But first things first, what you need to do is clear out these two rooms of any enemies, and I'll explain why in a moment, but it is quite important that you do that, otherwise it could cause a wee bit of an issue when you see what I'm about to do next. So, just for the sake of convenience, I have already been through and emptied the two rooms. So let's give an explanation as to why you need to do this. And I mean kill all the mobs, including the first boss, and the guards that are behind it that the hounds engage with. Make sure all of those are dismissed. Because if they're still alive, and I don't know why, it's just the nature of the beast, but if they are still alive, when we do the jump that we're about to do, it can actually fail. True facts. So I'm going to stand here at the corner of this stone seat, right on the corner. That's exactly where I'm going to position myself. So up we go, and then I'm going to face this candelabra. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to jump up, just straight up in the air, and then nudge forward once. And it's going to pop us onto an invisible step, like so. Now, if you do it by that method, you'll do it every single solitary time. And then we're going to repeat it to get to the top of the candelabra. There you go. So now we're at the top. From there, I'm just nudging myself into the middle and facing the wall. Now, from here, just jump forward, and because we're never going to use it in this video again, I'm going to activate a goblin glider. Now, if we hadn't killed those mobs, for some reason, when you do that jump, you might actually hit an invisible wall and plunge to your DC death, because you can see just here that it's an empty area. Now, from there, you are outside of the Scarlet Monastery. The only problem is, if there is such a thing as a problem when it comes to doing stuff like this, is there's nothing out here. Unfortunately, the actual dungeon itself, and this is the interesting part we come to, the actual dungeon itself is its own unique entity. It's not as if, like we see with many other dungeons, they actually cut out parts of the world and place it around the area because of the views that you can potentially see from the dungeon. No, because this is an enclosed area, an indoor area, you can't actually see out anywhere. The only thing that you can see above the walls and such are the treetops. And look how the trees are literally just hovering there in midair, giving that illusion, when you do look at the size of the walls, that there is the Scarlet Monastery outside of it. Now, of course, if you do recall how the Scarlet Monastery looks in the actual game world itself, it's much smaller to how the Scarlet Monastery would appear when you go inside the dungeons. It's clear that there are more areas that we can't see from the actual game world itself. So I do like the kind of big difference here. And if you do want to RP or something of that nature, I guess there is the potential to Emerald Dream this area up, you know? Where it's just rolling green. I mean, the green does go for absolutely miles. Now, I'm just doing a 360 of the dungeon itself, because when you get back to the edge, you can do two things. Back to where we started from, at least. You can do two things. You can jump around that area, and if you're fortunate enough, you might actually fall back into the dungeon, and then you can just carry on the dungeon. In actual fact, I do believe there are certain points, specific points, that you can jump in, and you will literally go to like the Herald fight, or you can go into where the Cannoneers are, and things like that. Otherwise, you can hearth out. But quite an interesting one here, escaping a dungeon and actually discovering it is its own unique entity. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links, they're in the description down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.